What's up, y'all? I'm standing in front of my 6x8 Mythos greenhouse, which I did a review on about a year ago with the initial setup and my first impressions of the greenhouse. But now, after a couple years, I want to do a long-term review to tell y'all what I think of the greenhouse, whether it's worth the money, and whether you should go buy one for yourself. So let's get into it. So like I said, this is the Mythos 6x8 polycarbonate twin wall greenhouse. I purchased it about 2 years ago, year and a half to 2 years ago, on clearance at Menards for $219. Originally priced at $489, so I got a steal on the greenhouse. Now I've been growing in this for over a year, and I'll tell you right now about what you can grow in it and in what seasons. So when I purchased the greenhouse, you know, I had in mind that I would be able to extend my growing season a couple of months and start my growing season a couple months early. I also had in mind that during the winter months, I would be able to keep plants in the greenhouse and keep them alive and keep them growing. This turned out not to be the case. So I do have an early start to the season and an extended end to the season. But as far as growing plants in the winter in the greenhouse, I have not been successful. I live here in Ohio, and temperatures can get down to at least 32 degrees, all the way down to 0, and occasionally, but rarely, they will go below 0. So it's really not possible to keep thriving plants growing in the greenhouse during the winter months without some kind of supplemented heat. So I didn't have, you know, any supplemented heat as far as a heater or any kind of solar panels with a heat exchange or anything like that. So I was not very successful with growing plants and keeping plants thriving in the wintertime. Now you may ask, what kind of plants was I trying to grow in the wintertime? Well, I was trying leafy greens, things like kale, lettuces, Swiss chard, you know, leafy greens that don't require that much sun and that much, you know, that high of temperatures. But overall, this greenhouse has been excellent. It was well worth the price. I think I would have probably paid up to about $400 for this and been satisfied with it. So what I've noticed is I get an early jump on the season, so I can start all my seeds, tomato seeds, pepper seeds, cucumber seeds, watermelon, any seeds that I want to start, which I used to start in the house, I can now start in the greenhouse and keep them out of the house, you know, keep it a little clean in the house. But you know, I got the greenhouse now that I don't really give a crap whether it gets dirty. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm growing in there right now. Currently it is May 12th, 2016. So I've had plants going in here for over a month, about a month and a half now, I'd say. And let me show y'all what I got growing. Alright, so as we walk into the greenhouse here, on the right here, I got a couple of basil plants, and these two trays are all sweet peppers and hot peppers. Next we have 3 trays of tomatoes, about 10 different varieties. There's probably 50 to 60 tomato plants right here in these 3 trays. And these are all started from seed. Down here I have a few Bonnie plants that I bought from Home Depot. And let me show y'all. Now in the summer, or spring and summer, sometimes, you know, temperatures can get up to 80 degrees. And even with the little window open and the door open, it can still get pretty heated in here. So I keep this little house fan just on oscillating, you know, on low speed. It kind of acts as wind. It makes the plants stronger while keeping the temperatures cooler so that the plants don't get roasted. That's just a little tip. So in the back here, I have more tomato plants, watermelon plants, and broccoli plants. I have 2 trays here which were purchased. These are hot peppers, jalapenos, and some kind of chili pepper. In the back there I have some more tomato plants, pumpkins started, and these are more seeds that I started, which we got some more watermelon, more tomatoes, more peppers, some lettuce, Swiss chard. And then over here are some more plants that I purchased, and we have a bunch of hot peppers, some eggplant, and zucchini. So that is the bulk of what I will be growing this year. It's over 100 tomato plants, over 10 varieties. I got over 50 pepper plants, hot and sweet, over 10 varieties. Got watermelon, broccoli, Swiss chard, lettuce, everything you can need in a garden. So overall, the greenhouse has been very successful for me, except for, like I said, in the winter months it is hard to keep plants, you know, thriving and growing or even germinating. There's no way you can germinate seeds when it's, you know, when there's snow on the ground without supplementing with some kind of heat source. But overall, this gives me a good jump start on the growing season, which every farmer, every gardener knows. The earlier you get started, the faster you have produce, the happier you'll be. The happier you will be. Get your plants started early. And also, I will also have plants, so if I have lettuce that is matured, I can keep it in the greenhouse, you know, when the temperatures start to decrease in the fall time, all the way till, like, you know, the first frost date. So even after the last frost date, I can keep plants that are matured in the greenhouse and keep them alive, and, you know, they won't really grow anymore, but I can still keep them alive by putting them in the greenhouse. So overall, I am very happy with the Mythos 6x8 poly twin carbonate greenhouse. I'll link my other video down below in the description, so if you missed the initial first impressions and my review of the assembly and overall quality of the greenhouse, you can check out that video. And lastly, as far as the long-term durability of the Mythos greenhouse goes, I give it an 8 out of 10. It has held up very well over the last year and a half. It's had snow piled up on it, ice piled up on it. The only problem that I've had with it since I set it up was when we got really strong winds that were probably 60 miles per hour strong, if not a little stronger. One of the roof panels, the corner of it popped out. I was able to just pop it right back in. Took me about 30 seconds to fix. Other than that, like I said, this thing has withheld snow, ice, rain, hail, and I can't complain. I love it. I give it 2 thumbs up, 3 thumbs up, 4 thumbs up, 5 thumbs up. That's a 5 out of 5, a 4 out of 4, a 3 out of 3, a 2 out of 2. Whatever scale you give it, I rate it well. Go purchase you a greenhouse, get growing, and give this video a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. I don't give a fuck. Share it with your mother, your brother, your sister, your best friend, your worst enemy. Share it in a motherfucking Facebook group. And until next time, y'all, go vegan. Keep growing that food. Peace, y'all. Peace.